Hey guys, it's Josh here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Smiler, a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster that opened at Alton Towers in 2013. Now before I start the review, I do want to make perfectly clear that the Smiler is my personal favourite coaster I've ever ridden. Everything about it is completely insane and I love it, after just 3 rides in August 2020. If you didn't already guess, it's themed to everything happy, laughter, joy, and of course, smiling. It's located at the back right of the park in X Sector, which is themed to a government research facility, and is also home to Oblivion, a B&M dive coaster, and Enterprise, a Hearst Enterprise. When you walk into the Smiler area though, it's completely different. You notice the music, the bright colours, and of course the giant marmalizer structure in the centre. The coaster itself is also extremely imposing, with its 14 giant inversions towering over the queue line. The queue line itself is very long, very industrial, and gives some great views of the coaster, not just beside, but also above the queue. Most is outside, but there's a short indoor section with some illusions and funky shapes on the walls, along with some flashing lights and an altered soundtrack. Once you enter the station, you're greeted with a 16-person train that features a standard Gerstlauer over-the-shoulder restraints. Now personally, these restraints don't bother me at all, as I don't find the Smiler to be rough at all, and I've only ridden in the back row. Getting into the layout, you start by dropping left out of the station into an indoor section, where you experience a heartline roll that delivers some amazing hang time, before heading up the first lift hill. Once you climb the 98-foot max height, you drop to the right into a corkscrew that also acts as the main drop, where you reach a maximum speed of 53 miles an hour and feel some very strong positive G's. You then go into 2 whippy back-to-back dive loops before rocketing through the marmalizer structure into the first airtime hill. Now, this one just gives some weak floater, unlike the similar hill in the second half of the layout. Next, you head into a dive loop, quickly followed by a sidewinder, and then one more corkscrew into the mid-course brake run. Some audio then plays, signifying that you are halfway corrected. After several seconds of waiting here, you travel up a second lift hill, this one being vertical, before dropping off into another corkscrew drop, just this time to the left instead of the right. Once you reach the bottom, you're subjected to another great dose of positives, before rocketing up into an extremely rare sea serpent roll, an element which is fairly similar to a rollover. It's when you come out of this element though that you hit the highlight of the ride for me, that second airtime hill. It provides a great, sustained dose of ejector, similar to the hill on Saw. Once you come out of this element, you then get to, ironically, the weakest element of the ride, the Cobra Roll. It's not even particularly rough, but it's very forceless and it doesn't really even feel like an inversion. After exiting the Cobra Roll, you go into 2 back-to-back corkscrews, which are quite smooth in my opinion and also provide some nice forces, before turning left into the final brake run. Yes, the Smiler is a very long ride, but it had to fit in 14 inversions, so it's not exactly surprising. That being said, what was surprising was just how much of a margin this coaster holds my number 1 spot by. My number 2 is Nemesis, and this absolutely crushes it, at least for me. So all things considered, the Smiler earns a perfect 10 rating, and it's the only coaster I've ridden to do so. Like I've said all too often, it's literally everything you could ever want in a coaster, and it amazes me how they managed to fit it in that compact of a footprint. Anyway, that'll be it for now. Please like, comment and subscribe as it helps the channel a lot, and apart from that, that's me signing off.